Yo, what is up guys, Fleur here, and this is going to be another college football video, and this is going to be following week number 7, following week number 7 here. I'm going to get into the top 25 polls right now. Well, I'm recording this Sunday morning, and the first BCS polls of the season come out later, so watch out for that. And I always put the links in the descriptions to the ESPN polls and Heisman stuff, so check those out too, compare them to what I have, my thoughts, and you can comment your thoughts in this video as well. So, okay, we're going to get in top 25 right now. Number 1 still is Alabama. They're now 6-0. They just beat Missouri 42-10. Number 2 is Oregon. They're still 6-0. They had a bye week. Moving up from number 5 to number 3 is Florida. They're now 6-0 after defeating Vanderbilt 31-17. And then moving up from 7 to number 4 is Notre Dame. They're now 6-0. They just won 2013 in overtime versus Stanford. That was a controversial call though, but you know, they got the win, so they're at number 4. Number 5 now, moving up a spot, is Kansas State. They're now 6-0 after having a tough game, but they still won 27-21 versus Iowa State. Then moving from number 12 all the way up to number 6 is Oklahoma. They're now 4-1 after a dominating victory. They won 63-21 over Texas in that big rivalry game. Moving from 13 up to number 7 is going to be LSU, and they are at 6-1 record, and they won 23-21 over South Carolina. That was a really good game. Some people thought South Carolina was going to win easy, like me, but LSU was able to get the victory. And then number 8 still is Clemson. They're 5-1. They had a bye week. And then number 9 still is USC, and they won 24-14 versus Washington. And staying at number 10 is Florida State, who is now 6-1, and they just beat Boston College 51-7. They absolutely just killed them. Staying at number 11 is Oregon State, and they're now 5-0 after beating BYU 42-24. And then moving from number 3 down to 12, South Carolina after their loss, they're now 6-1. Like I said, they lost to LSU 23-21. And then moving from 17 up to 13 is the Michigan Wolverines. They're now 4-2 after killing Illinois 45-0. And then number 15, they were number 15 last week. Moving up to 14 is Georgia. They're now 5-1 still after a bye week. And then moving down, the new number 15 team, they were 4 last week, West Virginia. They're now 5-1, getting their first loss on the season. They got demolished by Texas Tech 49-14. And then moving from 18 up to 16 is Mississippi State. They're now 6-0 on the season after defeating Tennessee 41-31. And also moving up 2 spots to number 17 is Louisville, who is also 6-0. And they just won 45-35 versus Pittsburgh. Moving up from 20 to 18 is Rutgers. They're now 6-0 as well, and they defeated Syracuse 25-13. And now number 19 is Texas Tech. They were not ranked before, but now I have them 19. They're now 5-1 on the season after beating West Virginia 49-14. Big upset right there. So they are now ranked. Moving from 21 up to 20 is Texas A&M. They're now 5-1 after winning a high-scoring game 59-57 versus Louisiana Tech. And Louisiana Tech was ranked, but now they have dropped out after losing this game. And now Cincinnati's at number 21, and they are now 5-0 after defeating Fordham 49-17. That's a team to watch out for, Cincinnati right there. And then number 22 is Boise State. They're now 5-1 after defeating Fresno State 20-10. That's always a good game. Boise State came out on top. TCU, I dropped them out last week, but now they're back in the rankings at number 23. 5-1 is the record now after beating Baylor 49-21. Pretty dominating victory right there. And then moving from 25 to 24 is NC State, who is now 4-2, and they had a bye week. And then moving from 14 all the way down to 25 is Stanford. They're now 4-2 after a loss to Notre Dame 20-13 in overtime. Like I said, teams that dropped out were Louisiana Tech and Texas. And Texas was the team that lost to Oklahoma in that rivalry. So that's it for the top 25. Getting to the Heisman now. My top 5 for the Heisman watch is now Geno Smith, Colin Klein, Jeff Driscoll, Landry Jones, and Denard Robinson. So Geno Smith, the West Virginia quarterback, they lost, but you know, he's had such a dominating season. This game, he had 29 completions on 55 attempts for 275 yards and just 1 touchdown. Colin Klein at number 2, the Kansas State quarterback, dual threat, passing and running. He was 11 of 20 for just 77 yards throwing, but he had 11 carries for 177 yards and 3 rushing touchdowns. Number 4, Landy Jones, the quarterback from Oklahoma. He was 21 of 37 on the day for 321 yards and 2 touchdowns. And number 5, Denard Robinson, Michigan quarterback, shoelace they call him, and he had a big game. Throwing, he had 7 completions on 11 attempts, only 4 passes that weren't caught. So that's pretty good for him. And he had 159 yards for 2 touchdowns. And then rushing, he had 11 rushes for 128 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns as well. And some other people to watch for in the Heisman watch later in the season, it'll be E.J. Manuel, Matt Barkley, Connor Shaw, A.J. McCarron, Marcus Lattimore, Jordan Hill, and Seth Diggy. So that's it for this week. Subscribe for more videos and look out for next week's video. And as always, I hope you enjoyed. Have a nice day. Peace.